The White House pardoning tradition dates back to the 1940s, but yesterday's pardon of turkeys, corn, and cob are raising more serious questions about the possibility the president could pardon several individuals before he leaves office in January. Joe St. George in Washington explains who the president may pardon and why it matters.
A full pardon.
The turkeys received their pardons, but the bigger question may be, will President Trump issue more pardons before he leaves office? According to the Constitution, the president shall have the power to grant reprieves and pardons for offenses against the United States. President Franklin Roosevelt issued 2,819 pardons. President Obama issued 212 pardons during his 2 terms. President Trump has only pardoned 28 individuals over these last 4 years.
I am free.
Alice Marie Johnson, though, is one of them. She was sentenced to life imprisonment in the 1990s for cocaine trafficking, a sentence many deemed too harsh. At the urging of Kim Kardashian West, President Trump became convinced Johnson turned her life around and pardoned her earlier this year.
We're going to give a full pardon. We're going to do it right now.
So who might the president pardon before January 20th? Well, he could pardon former advisors like Michael Flynn or Paul Manafort. He could also preemptively pardon members of his inner circle like Rudy Giuliani or his son Donald Trump Jr., who have yet to be convicted of anything but have been questioned by prosecutors. President Trump even tweeted in 2018, "I have the absolute right to pardon myself." You may be wondering, how can the president pardon people who haven't been convicted of anything yet? Professor Mark Osler at St. Thomas University explains.
A president can pardon someone for a crime that has already been committed, even if that person hasn't been charged yet. Just think of President Nixon. But he hadn't been charged with anything when Ford granted him that pardon.
Remember, a pardon completely forgives someone's sentence. Clemency requests can be granted too, which reduces someone's sentence but doesn't completely forgive it. Regardless, controversial pardons and clemency requests have been granted for years. Past presidents have certainly used them. President Bill Clinton pardoned over 100 people on the final day he was in office, including his brother Roger, who was convicted on drug charges. President Ronald Reagan pardoned the late New York Yankees owner George Steinbrenner over campaign donation violations. President Jimmy Carter, also in his final hours as president, pardoned one of the main singers in the musical group Peter, Paul, and Mary for being indecent with a 14-year-old fan years prior.
There's over 13,000 people who have petitions pending for clemency right now.
In Washington, I'm Joe St. George.